Alright, who put this garbage in my review list? Ugh, fine, I'll do it. It's just dialogue over gameplay anyways. This hot mess of a so-called video game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time. For some god-awful reason, someone decided to make an arcade game in 1991 based on the franchise that made millions of dollars off of drunkenly scribbling 4 random words together on a bar napkin. And then someone else thought it would be a larf to port that game in 1992 onto the objectively worst video game console of all time. Don't look that up, I did my own research, I'm an expert on this. Anyways, roll gameplay. When you start a playthrough, you have to pick a turtle. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. You'll still get to live out your anthropomorphic Naruto reptile fantasies, you sicko. Moving on to the story, and probably the best thing about this franchise was the tight onesie jumping wearing April O'Neil. And you literally see her for 5 seconds in the intro. That's it. Meanwhile, Krang the alien brain flies his giant Power Rangers mecha to steal the Statue of Liberty, and the turtles have to rush to get it back, all the while never asking if they were just taking it back to France before the late fees were incurred. This game is the epitome of too much damn work. You're telling me I have to move my character left and right, jump, and move up and down on the Z-axis? Ugh, and the plethora of moves? What was wrong with just attack and jump? Way too overcomplicated. As you make your way through hordes of foot soldiers, you eventually make it to a stage boss. And talk about unfair, all the other bad guys go down in a few hits. What makes them so special that I have to hit them literally 1,000 times before they die? Lame. The gameplay, if you can call it that, gets a 0 out of 10. Pixel art? Gross. If you're making an adaptation of an animated show, why wasn't this hand-drawn in real time? Don't answer that. I don't want to hear excuses. And talking about being lazy, we have 4 hero turtles that the only difference is the color of their scantily clad clothing. All the foot soldiers are also just palette swaps, and with hundreds of them flooding the screen, you can't tell them apart sometimes. Is this supposed to be set in New York? I don't think so, buddy. First of all, I'm pretty sure there were Twin Towers back in '92. That street level doesn't have any signs of illicit drug use or gang warfare, and that sewer is far too clean. That's what you get for having this game developed by Japan. Now let's talk about the time travel stages. First of all, foot soldiers didn't exist at the same time as dinosaurs, pal. Big steel balls wouldn't just bounce off a wooden ship deck from the 1500s. Alligators were nowhere near a train track back in 1885. And I'm sorry, who thought we would be this technologically advanced come 2020? Way to predict COVID. If there's anything I need out of my cartoon video game adaptation, it's historical accuracy. The smear stains of this game gets a 0 out of 10. No, no, no! I refuse to listen to anything that isn't generic orchestral environment music. I don't need character in my music. Just play something in the background so it's not deadly quiet, and that's enough. We couldn't get the actual show voice actors to voice this thing? Wow, talk about cheap. Which would match the sound of this game. Did they record through a plastic tube or something? The noise of this game is so below mid. 0 out of 10. Nostalgia? You're living in the past, man. Quit living in the past. I don't need to be reminded of a time where I wasn't making any money, or had any independence from my overbearing parents who totally hugged me enough, I swear. Delusions of the Past gets a 0 out of 10. Why am I even still here? I could be fragging some noobs in the 14th installment of the same Call of Duty gameplay. I could be spending time grinding my levels in the latest MMO that won't last past 3 years. I could be a cozy streamer. I'd rather play We're Back on the Okay, there's just some things I can't joke about. Happy April Fools, everybody. If you found this entertaining, leave a comment, drop a follow, and feel free to scope out my other actual retro reviews on my channel. Stick around for the real Turtles in Time review, coming out soon.